Hey, good morning, everyone. Brian Hoops here with Midwest Market Solutions. This is Market Insider TV. This is our opening commentary, and it is Friday. It's July the 11th. Good morning, everyone. RFD TV this morning, 8:15 Central Time. I'll be coming up talking about markets, opinions on what's going to happen today. Of course, you have the supply and demand report out. That will be, I don't think, a major market mover, but it'll give us a little bit of direction. There just isn't a lot of news to talk about overnight. You can talk about Argentine corn harvest being 3/4 done. That's in line with normal, a little bit behind last year, but it's not something that's going to move our markets one way or another very appreciably. So we'll talk about the report here this morning and anything else that comes up and becomes available. Let's look at overnight markets. Natural gas is up a little bit this morning. Crude oil is a little bit firmer after a couple dollar loss yesterday. Stock market is down. President Trump said he's putting tariffs against Canada beginning August the 1st, 35% tariff rates, and that's weighing on the stock market. As soon as it was announced last night, we saw the stock market down, and gold and silver back to buying as the stock market has some negative news. The inflation bulls are coming back into the marketplace, and here gold and silver are getting a good bid underneath the market. Corn down 2 1/4, beans off 3 1/4, and the wheat's 2.5 to 4.5 cents weaker overnight. So very short-lived grain rally, 1 to 2 days at the most, and we're back to trading on the defensive. I suspect any rally out of this market, out of this report this morning, will be sold. Especially in corn and soybeans. That's the two most bearish markets here from a production standpoint. Production trumps demand at this point in time of the year, and production is going to be bearish most likely here in today's report and in the upcoming weeks as forecasts remain bearish. Follow us on Twitter at Midwest Markets and Brian Hoops. Stay up to date on latest market movement and happenings and news, and while you're at our website, MidwestMarketSolutions.com, you can sign up for our text message service, our daily newsletters, and video series. So let's take a look here at our news. Weather maps continue to call for nearly ideal growing conditions, both the 6-10 day, 8 to 14 day, above normal temps and above normal precip through about July the 21st. There was good rains overnight in, our Yankton office received good rains across a lot of the Corn Belt last night. In the 6 to 7 day time frame, Iowa, Illinois, northern Missouri, all going to be well watered. It's going to be a big production year, it looks like, for both corn and soybeans. It's expected by July the 20th, another week and a half or so, 50% of the nation's corn crop will be pollinated under very good growing conditions. So that WASDE report comes out at 11 o'clock Central Time today. Corn production forecast at 15.7 billion bushels, down slightly from last month. Yield, I think, will be virtually unchanged at 181. The USDA has cut corn yields 6 times in this report, and they're not going to do that today, it doesn't look like. The USDA has raised corn yields only 3 times. The last time was 22 years ago. I don't think they raised corn yields in this report, even though they could. I think they kind of leave things unchanged. It could be a little friendly corn report. USDA is going to have to adjust their old crop exports and new crop carry-in stocks, and that will tighten up our ending stocks very slightly for corn, but we're going to have a big production year to offset that. Soybean production, I think, will be unchanged as well. So does the trade estimates. Just too early in the growing season to make many changes. USDA has cut yields in this report 5 different times, but that's in years of really adverse conditions, and we don't have that this year. They've never raised yields in this report, and I don't think they will today. All wheat production down slightly from last month. Yields coming in very good in most areas. I mean, in central Missouri, a lot of clients are telling me 120 to 130 bushel soft red wheat. That's some great yields. And problem with this market is people have not been very aggressive in selling last year's crop, so they're selling last year's crop. Now they're trying to store this year's crop, and that keeps a little bit of product away from the market, but it's going to have to come hit the market at some point. We've been recommending to have cash sales early in the year, now to roll those hedges out to deferred contracts, capture the carry, and if you want to learn more about that, give our offices a call. We can talk to you about that. ConAb, this is yesterday. This was out yesterday. Didn't have it on my slide. Didn't talk about it. ConAb soybean production 169.5 million tons, down slightly from the prior number, and corn production a new record 132. That's up almost 3 million tons from 3.7 million tons from the prior estimates. We've got a lot of corn coming this summer across the globe that's competing with U.S. prices. Going to keep a lid on our price rallies, even though our demand has remained very strong. So in the cattle market, big moves yesterday, big outside reversal days. We've had plenty of these before, and the market has staved off those technical reversals and recovered, but it does take some time. We'll probably be down on the opening this morning. Limited cash trades so far, and the dress sales 370, 372, steady to $2 higher, and bids in the south at 223, and asking prices are 228. All right, I'm going to sign off and wish you a great day. Good luck, everyone. Hope to talk to you soon. This has been Brian Hoops.